Hey everybody.
Hi.
So after talking with Genevieve, yeah, that's Genevieve in
Hi.
case you haven't caught that in the other videos. Um, we're trying to figure out everything we're gonna be talking about because there's so much to cover when it comes to having a loved one that's incarcerated. Next week we're gonna be doing like holiday stuff, um, just tips and tricks and stuff. And obviously, you're not gonna save money because it's expensive to have a loved one incarcerated. But this week, after we had a little talk the other day, I thought we could talk about like finances because that seems to be a biggie.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's kind of hard because a lot of us are single mothers out here, and we're also supporting our man or our loved one in jail. So it really does take a toll, especially during the holidays. But just in general, and there's some scammers out there too. I mean, you know, um
She doesn't know.
I don't know.
But I think the biggest thing is like you want to make sure that they have what they need. Fortunately for me, I don't have to, but I like to send my other half a package. He's in the process. He just got extradited back here, and he's on his way out to the prison again. That seems to be his favorite place to live. So, um, he he sends me money. But I also like to make sure he gets a package, but having like a set amount that you're willing to help with. I know they have quarterly packages and stuff like that, but even if it's for commissary, if it's stuff that they need to get, but there needs to be like a set limit because a lot of them don't understand that the world doesn't stop when they go in there. Like, we have to be out here hustling and working, 40-hour shifts or 40-hour
Sometimes even
work
more.
weeks. And then, um, I have a lot of like little side hustle things that I do. And I just got Genevieve on my team. I sell makeup and nutritional stuff. And like, it's nice watching that money pile up or, making shirts or whatever it may be. Like, that little bit of extra money helps, to not struggle as much because those dudes really think that we just be living it up out here.
So, like, one thing I wanted to add actually is something I do. Well, like, my husband's birthday was in the beginning of this month, actually. And so, a couple weeks before, I sent a group text message to his family. And luckily, I'm really close to all his sisters and his parents um, and his brothers and I'm close to pretty much his whole family, all his cousins and aunts and uncles. So I sent him a group text message just saying, "Hey, um, my husband's birthday's coming up soon, and I want to get uh all of us together to get
She
a
said that.
package for my husband." So luckily, I had two of his sisters and his parents came through with some money, and that helped a lot because the packages, at least where my husband's at, we have a minimum, or the limit is like $160, I think.
Isn't
And
it like
so
$80 quarterly type thing though? Or is it? It's been a while
no,
since we've been here.
I think it's 160 quarterly. I don't know, cuz I don't buy him packages every quarterly, only
Yeah.
like for special occasions.
Because on
Um
that Access Secure, is it the Access
yeah,
Secure?
yeah.
I feel like it shows like $80 limit, but maybe that's for quarterly. I think it's like 6 months or something.
I spent the whole 160 because like I said, luckily my husband's family came through with some money, so I only chipped in like maybe $50, and we ended up buying him the full package. So, and you don't even have to buy
That's
full
nice.
packages every time. You could always just do as like what you can, like even just $50 package would be fine. And yeah,
But definitely the whole thing, because sometimes those. Why does it say your battery's low? Who knows? Our first couple videos are gonna not necessarily suck bad, but um, they might suck bad.
We're still figuring everything out with this
It's a brand new
podcast
laptop.
thing.
Um, and this isn't even my dog, but this dog's wild. Um,
Princess,
yeah, that's
he's
Princess.
kind of crazy.
But there's a lot of like the Metwall incarcerated ones. Like I've known my other half for years. And we went on the run, all kinds of stuff. But like that's for another day, another story podcast. But when you meet someone while they're incarcerated, unfortunately, I had one of not the Met while incarcerated, but my ex-husband did 18 and a half years, and he scammed a lot of people. Um, he was on pen pal sites, and a lot of those guys, they'll joke and say, "Oh, it's just a hustle. When I get out, I'm coming home to you." But you really need to keep your guard up if you don't know your other half. Chances are, those inmates, I'm pretty sure they get the same handbook when they all go in like an inmate handbook. Because if we were to put our, emails next to each other, chances of them looking pretty close to the same are pretty high.
And we're not saying that every guy out
No,
there is a scammer, every inmate out there is a scammer. Like, totally, that's not the case
no, just
at
you
all.
gotta keep your guard up and just kind of, if they start asking for too much money, obviously that's kind of a red
And
flag.
not only that, but another red flag when it comes to asking for a lot of money, sometimes it might even just be, I don't know if I can say this, but drugs. That could be a problem, especially if they were addicts, before. And a lot of people actually become addicted while they're in prison, so they could be have totally not touched drugs when they're on the streets. And oh, I don't know if I can say that word,
That's
but
okay. On podcasts, it's a little different than on
okay,
TikTok, so we should
okay,
be okay.
um,
Yes, people talk about all kinds of like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, kind of
okay,
different
cool.
podcasts, but
Yeah, no, yeah. So like I was saying, like that's one thing that you should watch out for. Like if they're acting different, asking for tons of money, um, and I'm not even gonna lie, there was a small time when my husband was having a little bit of problems with that, and we overcame that, and things have gotten a lot better since then. But I know the signs now, and I know how to handle the situation. So, um, and I'm not even gonna lie, I went to his dad when I found out, and I was like, "This is what's going on. He's been asking me for tons of money, and he's been acting different, and I just think there's something wrong." And his dad had a pretty hard talk with him and cut him off for a while. We all cut him off for a little while. I mean, I still talk to my husband, but
it's hard love.
we had to do something because I mean, and now my husband's totally not having any of these problems. It's been years since he's had this problem, that one problem, and it literally only went on for a couple months, but still. Um, I just wanted to warn you guys about that because a lot of times when inmates are asking for a lot of money, that could be a reason why. And I do know guys who have gotten addicted to like especially heroin when they're in prison. That's a big one. So just things to watch out for.
Yeah, and it's not even necessarily that it's them. So, I mean, we got some bad dudes as our other halves, but there are some guys that are new to the system and, they're threatened and stuff. So, like, they'll be asking for money, so not necessarily drug reasons, but just to protect themselves. But these are all things you just kind of need to watch out for. Like you want to help them and keep them safe, but at the same time, you don't want to have to break your pockets while doing it. Like I said, my other half, his family's in Arkansas, and his money is with them, and they send it to me for him, and so I don't really have to worry about that. And when I do get him a package, it turns into an argument because he wants me to, take care of me first. So that's just one of the things that I thought that would be good to kind of talk about. Again, not all of them are going to be hounding you for money, and like you really need to watch out with the guys on those pen pal sites. I mean, it's no different than being on the streets. There's going to be like that love bombing thing, and you're the most beautiful girl in the world, and they never met nobody like you. And that's that love bombing phase of like a narcissistic type relationship, but I mean, they got nothing but time. So just really just kind of watch out. Like there are decent guys in there, but at the same time, they're the ones that aren't so decent. And just I figured with the holidays coming around, there's probably gonna be a lot more like pen pal, inmates on those sites popping up because, they're
I
like,
actually know a couple guys who just got posted to Wire of Hope recently. Um, one of them happens to be basically one of my husband's brothers. So um, I know it. This time of year is just hard for everybody in general. But another thing with finances is sometimes in there they could be making money too.
yeah,
And when it comes to that, I will highly recommend for you women that your husband's sending you thousands of dollars. Don't be going on these prison wife groups bragging about
Lord
it.
have
Please,
mercy.
because you don't know what kind of illegal things your husband's doing in there.
And you don't want you literally you never know who's in those groups. Like I avoid those groups at all costs because um I'm sure it happens in a lot of places, but when Idaho gets over full or when they think they are, they ship inmates, around the US to different prisons and stuff. And those dudes be coming back with new girlfriends, wives, kids, and then they gotta be explain that to their chick here. And um, most of the time, the chicks that they meet are COs from another
Oh
state,
yeah, I've
and
heard
then they
that too.
come back and I mean, a cop is a cop, a CO is a CO. I'm not knocking them. Work's work, and they do their job, and I respect that. But at the same time, a CO is a CO, and chances of them being in one of those groups and being like, "Oh my gosh,"
I actually, funny enough, I went on a little date night with some prison wives I met on the groups, and I did not know these ladies, and luckily I didn't really talk much about myself or my husband, but one of them ended up meeting her husband in prison because she was a CO. And after that, I mean, I don't know who's going to be watching our podcast, so I'm not definitely not knocking COs or anything, but um,
well, it's not even knocking them. It's I'm just gonna go out there and say it. Women should not work in men prisons, and women shouldn't work in or men shouldn't work in women prisons, and women shouldn't work in men prisons because I'll tell you what, women COs, they're not weak at their job. They're just weak when it comes to having the right mindset.
and these guys got a freaking golden tongue, man. They got a mouthpiece on them
They got that
sometimes.
gift of gabber, and I'll tell you, yeah, my other half, he definitely like he tells stories to inmates all the time, and it's funny because I'm like, I can't believe you're in there telling them this stuff. He's like, well, it's something to do. Well, okay, but yeah, so one, you never know what's true and what's not because literally they sit there with nothing but time, and yeah, you just really have to be careful. And here's another thing, I'm not gonna be hanging out with a bunch of different prison wives. Like I hang out with Genevieve because well, she's a bitch, but outside of that, like I just mind my P's and Q's because um, well, she said I'm seasoned. I know she said that in the last video, but I'm seasoned. I'm old and washed up. But
No, don't say that.
no, it's true. It's true. But like when I first started doing the whole prison wife thing, like we didn't have all the social media and stuff. Like you just had to hope that there was a decent female out at the prison, just kind of
Like at
teach you.
visiting and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, they're not so decent anymore. And you just really have to watch because you tell them something, and they're gonna go and tell
Oh,
their dude, and then
tell
it's
their
gonna be
dude. They could,
floating around the
and or
prison,
they could even just
use it
they could
against
even
you.
use it against you. Just even to the COs or the wardens or whatever, depending on what the case may be. So I mean, I can understand not wanting to be close to many prison wives. For me, I'm younger than you, obviously,
By a
and
lot.
so, I grew up with social media. I'm actually an admin on a prison wife group. So, um,
Lord knows she doesn't know how to use a phone though.
like
See her trying to
edit
edit
videos.
videos. That in itself should be a video for sure.
But no, yeah, that's freaking hilarious. But no, I'm into some of the prison life groups for the local ones mostly, and
I don't trust none of the females around Idaho. You got me messed up.
I really don't become friends with any of them, but I do like it's helpful when I'm trying to figure out my husband's schedule. And usually I post anonymously because I don't want them to know what
Right.
unit my husband's on. Um, so like that's
But in Idaho, I mean, just like anywhere else, it's easy to tell who someone is and what they're in there for because of the way that it's set up in Idaho. It's different here. I feel like they're behind quite a bit. But
oh yeah, most definitely they are. So yeah.
again, I'm not like the whole reason I wanted to start this with her. Luckily, I found someone that was willing to do it because the last chick, she was too vain and it just wasn't going to work because everybody's secrets were going to be out there. But
Oh
it's
no.
just more of like I don't mind helping it not just prison wise but just families in general because some people, it's the one time the difference between us and them is they got caught. I've been down that road. I've been on both sides. And
Yeah, me too.
and so like I don't mind helping people but getting close to people um that's very few and far between. The person I met Genevieve through, I've known her forever. And I met her through, I think it was a Facebook a prison thing,
Oh really?
or
Oh.
maybe I just met her out at ISCC. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
because I met her at through Facebook, but it's because I was getting married in the prison and I wanted to do a little photo shoot afterwards. So she
Denise
was
is amazing doing
she was
photos.
so yeah, she's really good at doing photos. She has her own little photo um what would you call it? Photography
Business.
business. And
She's
so
working on our shirts. We got some shirts coming up.
yeah, she makes shirts, she makes cups. We're getting new cups
Yeah,
soon.
because like
Um
this is just a janky old cup from Banducci's.
And this my friend Hannah made, but it's actually really cute.
But yeah, I just thought it'd be cool for us to have some shirts and stuff, and we're trying to get the podcast thing set up, and some of these videos are gonna be a little bit shorter, and like until we hit a certain number on TikTok and stuff, like we'll just be doing the little shorts for well not YouTube because like this can go on YouTube,
Yeah.
um, but YouTube has the YouTube Shorts, and then there's Facebook Reels, and then TikTok videos. So like those we can do up to 3 minutes. So we'll just for now be doing just the little ones. I know I started just kind of posting little, 30-second videos and she started doing that too, but I really felt like the finance thing needed to be taken care of first just because
Oh,
it's
I'm sorry. I just thought of some more things to talk about with the financing.
there you go.
Um, Speaking of finances, what about when your husband gets out? You want to be able, or your loved one in general, if you have a son or something. I personally have my husband. I have a credit card, and I put him as approved user, trying to build his credit up, which that you can totally legally do.
Yep.
Another thing another thing you can do is become his power of attorney, which is something me and my husband are working towards. We haven't started the process yet, but we've talked about it and something we definitely are looking forward to. So, being a power of attorney, you can actually open up credit cards in his names and don't go crazy spending all his money because
Don't get me
I think
started on that
especially if
post,
you're
that
married.
screenshot that she sent me. Wild. Like, if you're gonna help them. Like, you want them to
Yeah.
trust you
Oh,
as much
that
as you.
screenshot. Oh, I forgot about
I
that.
thought that's what you were talking about at first.
Should I should we tell them?
Do it.
Okay, so
This is what you don't want to do. Like, you want to trust them as much as they should be able to trust you. Like, they're very vulnerable in there. Like, you're their outside,
there's all that they have. Like they don't have laptops or I mean they have tablets, but just it's
yeah,
very restricted.
yeah.
So I mean, like my husband literally asked me to Google everything. But no, I was on one of the prison life pages the other day, and I'm just scrolling through. I come across this post of this lady, and she's like, "I just met this guy. Well, he's incarcerated back in February. He started trusting me with his money
Hang
in
on
May."
your Tony's, ladies. This is about to get wild.
Yeah, so he started trusting her with his money in May. So that's only a couple months after meeting each other. And so she's getting all this money on Cash App from him to save for him because he's getting out in a year. Apparently, he had $33,000 in there. Yeah,
Something like that.
$33,000, and
And now there's only 3.
now there's only $3,000.
Don't be that
And
female.
she's like, "What do I do? Like, I'm gonna go hide out. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna cut him off and just like run." And everybody's like, "Yeah, you." I commented. I'm like, "I hope that man doesn't have your address."
Right. That's another thing. When you first start talking to someone, it's always good to use like a PO box and stuff, which it costs a little bit of money, but if you're like set on it, then later on down the road. But I used to do stuff like that for people all the time. I had met someone in Washington, and he's a Native American for the Puyallup Indian reservation stuff. So like, he gets that monthly income from the casino and stuff. Well, I started doing like the betting app or the betting websites and stuff for them, to help them, stack up their money. And those dudes put a lot of trust in you, like they don't do it with everybody. Obviously, they have to, really trust you. And so I couldn't even imagine taking all their money because like I got really good at flipping all that money.
Yeah.
So like, and then I'd, Western Union it back to their family and stuff, and then they'd send them some, and then they keep some. But
And
I
the
keep
good thing
receipts on everything.
the thing about being a good, trustworthy person when it comes to, in general, and handling other people's money is sometimes they're like, I appreciate this favor you're doing. Here's 20 bucks. Here's 100
But
bucks.
don't think I didn't get my cut, like, they
Yeah,
started
here,
like, I was paying
right.
bills and I was on top of the world, and I was doing it legally, so, it was nice, and, like, right now, I went and I picked up BJ's stuff, 'cause
Oh, yeah.
so I picked up his stuff, and then, my homeboy's like, "Oh, can you get my stuff?" And, it's got all of his gold and all of his credit
All
cards in
his
it.
chains and stuff. Yeah, he had
But
lots of stuff
even
in
yeah,
there.
even knowing, what we know, like, he kind of did me dirty, but these people trust me enough to know even if we fight or something, when they get out, their stuff is still going to be exactly
Safe.
where it was. Like, I didn't open up his stuff until he video called. Yeah, he did a video chat, and then I opened it in front of him, and we went through everything that was in there, and then I stuck it in a safe. Like, that's just how it needs to be. Like, that's how you gain trust. Like, it's almost, and it's not like they're walking all over me. They know that they can shit on me, and you know and their stuff's gonna be okay. It's not like that, but they know that even if there's like some little petty argument or something, because some people are that petty,
Oh, yeah, they really are.
and so they know that they don't have to worry about that. I mean, BJ, he's not worried about any of that stuff anyways. So, um, he is definitely he's got the gift to gabber. When you could actually understand him, he's from Arkansas, and like he's got like this super crazy backwoods accent. That's how I met him. He was on his bike, and I was like, "I don't know what you're saying, but you look good on that bike," and the rest is history.
That's
But yeah,
funny.
people trusting you is a big deal, even in there, because that I don't want to. This sounds kind of crazy, and it's not like necessarily like stuff like out of the movies, but if you can gain that many people's trust inside and outside, like you're guaranteed to be safe when it comes to your spouse or child or whatever incarcerated. Like, that everyone's going to be cool because everybody's helping each other. It's just another community, really.
Yeah, yeah, it really is.
So
Yeah. So, and it's good. It feels good to be that person that people can go to. You
it's
know,
tiring, though. It's
it
exhausting.
it is because I also deal with my husband's brother who's doing 45 to life, and I help him out a lot. Um, so and I and now he's even having me help other people. So it's
When
just
someone has that kind of trust in you to where you can help others, and you don't have to help everyone. Like, if someone puts that much trust in you, like, that's cool. But when you feel like you have, so much stuff rolling in, helping them
if
and
it
their
feels
families,
overwhelming,
then
you
you
can
need,
say no.
yeah, you need to just kind of like put a halt on all that because you don't want to mess up and, mess up someone's finances or, somehow manage to blow through $30,000 leaving someone
Isn't that
three. Like, that's
crazy?
wild to me. I don't know.
Oh my
That's nuts.
gosh, that I couldn't believe what I read because I would be shitting myself if I was that girl. I couldn't do it. I
Well,
would like I wouldn't I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, and that's sad for this man. He's going to get out in a year and he's going to think he has a down payment for a house and he's left with enough to barely buy a used car
and my ex-husband,
if
like,
he's lucky.
yeah, my ex-husband, he did 18.5 years. Um, and I was working when I was super sick and making sure that he was okay while I struggled, because he was one of those inmates that got the handbook that, just, yeah, he was just a garbage can. Um, and I knew that. I've known him since I was 16. But I went without forever to make sure he was okay. And he divorced me right before he got out. And it's not like we had just met, like I said, teenagers. But
Yeah,
when
they
he
knew
got
each other
out,
since they were teenagers.
but got out and, he divorced me right before then, and then he had the audacity to reach out to me to ask if I can help him. He got out with $25,000, y'all, like,
And he was hustling other women
yeah,
and
I have screenshots to prove it, so if he comes across this or his new bald-headed wife come across this, like, he feeds her stories, bless her heart, she's super young, she's, like, young like you, and, we're old, but it's just it's crazy. I mean, of course she's gonna believe her man, but she shouldn't because ask around the prison, nobody trusts Mac. He is he's a real piece of work, but yeah, to know how sick I was and to still do that to me and knowing me as long as he did, you know, like I did a lot for him and then he got out with all that money. I almost got a felony, like that's wild. How do you
shit.
do that to somebody? I mean, people even do it to their own family members. So I mean, really, it's not just someone that are with. It could be your kid, husband, wife, dad, mom. Like I've heard women are just as bad as guys. Ask Genevieve with her love after lockup. Like
Oh,
she's obsessed with it. Every
I'm
time I'm
obsessed.
on my way to work, she's like, "Well, you know where I'll be."
Right here on this couch watching Love
Yep,
After
that's what
Lockup
she
while I'm
does.
at work. Literally all day. I will go through at least 3 episodes at work a day,
We have
and then
a
I'll
very
come
easy
home,
job. Like we
and
don't
then I
have a
come
very
home
hard
and I
job.
watch it more.
Yeah,
But yeah, we do have a pretty laid back job, which is really
yeah,
nice. Um, so that's pretty awesome. But
yeah.
no,
It's nice.
there's this one girl on Love After Lockup, and she was like, I forgot how much she said she got like $50,000 off of all these tricks.
Was
I'm
it
like,
that chick that has the older white guy? He's like that petite, like mulatto, like
yes, and she
yeah,
has the big boobs.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
She's
like
super cute,
she's
but
so pretty, and I heard she's doing really good now.
now that she worked everyone over, see, it's just weird how it works like that. Like you have to be the grimiest person to be able to come up, and then everyone else is, suffocating trying to get out of debt because of people like that.
Oh, it's sad. This man took out loan after loan after loan. Oh my
Basically, he was
gosh.
just a sucker. Like it's
It's so sad.
blinded by her
Big
bosoms.
titties. Big bitties.
Yep. I still have all of my stuff. I was supposed to be on that show. I still have like all of my emails and voicemails from the producer and stuff, but I mean, who's to say I won't be on it at some point? I feel like when I was little, I was on Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, you
I
were
was on
talking
that
about that.
Double Dare. I think it was called Double Dare, where they have the ooze and stuff. And after that, I swear, the older I got, the more like things I got, like Judge Mathis. I have all
Did you
those.
say Jerry Springer too?
I said I should have with the story I told you.
Oh,
We could have. But yeah, so Judge Mathis and Love After Lockup, like all these shows, I feel like once you're on one TV show, it just more
more
come.
come your way.
The Judge Mathis came after I got the divorce thing from Mac, so
Oh
it was
wow,
wild.
that's
Yeah, they're just
funny.
like all up in your business. It's no different than like the algorithm, and you're like, how do they know? They just know.
Right, that's
So
so funny.
but yeah, so like the whole finance thing is a big deal. Watching for red flags with that stuff. Um, and then just like if you're cool sending your dude or your chick or your kid or husband, wife, whatever it is, you're cool sending them the money. That's good, but always try to have like some kind of like side hustle. Like I've gotten my car. My car was free. I mean, I had a car before that, but
Oh, you know what I used to do?
Can we talk about it on here, Genevieve?
Oh, some things I can, some things I can't. But no, one thing I used to do was do liquor promotions and stuff. And there's this app called, I don't know if I can say this. I don't know if I can
I
promote
don't
it,
yeah, I don't know if we can.
but well, there's this one app called Trusted Herd, and they have all different like. Oh, I was like a salesperson for freaking Sour Patch Kids at one point, and each day, each time I would go, I did Pepsi. I did what else? I was doing whiskey for a while. I have like 5 whiskey bottles downstairs
Then
still
why are
from
we not drunk right now?
I you know
I have to go to work and
yeah,
it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
I figured you have to go to work soon, so, I mean, I got some tequila over there if you want a shot.
Right. I'll just go and watch Love After Lockup on the couch.
Right?
But also like I was saying in the beginning, I got her signed up and I'm so confident in like the makeup and stuff that I sell that I paid for all of her stuff. Like she didn't have to pay
Oh,
nothing because that
I'm wearing the lip liner today.
yeah. So like the makeup and stuff, like this makeup is really nice. She hasn't found the right like tone yet, but the kit that I got her, it comes with all kinds of different stuff. But like that's how much I am confident that she's gonna like it and she's gonna tell other people about it. And it's not a pyramid scheme, because if it was, I definitely wouldn't have coughed up money to get her a starter kit and stuff. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do that for everybody, but I'm just saying like I'm confident in all of it. Um, but I also play I don't know why she's having such a hard time with it. Maybe it's the Android thing, or I have seen her try to edit videos on her phone, so maybe it's just her. But I play dumb games on my phone. I do like settlement things. Like if anyone, is curious about some of the things I've done, my car, my car with everything done to it is probably close to $30,000 for my car.
Yeah, she has her car all souped up.
It's unfortunate, kind of like I love my car, but at the same time, like I can't have bad days and I can't be, causing problems because like my car, you do not see my car, like it's just there. Um, but I do like settlement things and I play games on my phone and I will check tape with everything. Some people are like, "Oh, it's a scam," but do I not have pictures and screenshots of everything that I talk
Oh,
about?
yeah, yeah.
Here's the thing, I'm not gonna lie about anything because one, um, that's gonna get someone to not trust me, and if someone doesn't trust me, they're not gonna wanna buy anything from me, or you know what I mean? So, like, I keep it real always, even if it's gonna hurt someone's feelings, I'm always keeping it real, and I take screenshots and you know what I mean? Like, I always make sure, but I wanted to throw that out there, you don't have to, like, sign up under me, like, you can sign up under Genevieve for all I care, but if you're looking for that little extra bit of income, um, you know, we can help you with that. And, I do all the game things,
Oh,
the
yeah, I was
settlement
trying to do
things.
those games. I can't figure out how to get them to
I
work.
think it's just her.
I think it is just me.
Uh, but I do settlement things. Like I had an FRS, the GR86 FRS. There's another white car. There's something about that pearly white Subaru color. It's just so super clean. But um, I sold it, and then I got this Subaru that I have now. But that was all from money I got from some settlement. I came back from Kentucky after Bobby sent me back, and it was $22,000 just sitting in a check
Oh,
from
wow.
settlements. Like people are like, "Oh, it's not coming." It takes a while. Like settlements,
Settlements do take a
lawsuits take
while.
forever, but
Yeah.
once it comes, it's usually when you need it the most, and it's amazing. I love
And
it.
it's when you least expect it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I've gotten a couple little ones here and there.
I know there's a lawsuit against GTL getting out and JPay. Here's the thing with
Is
JPay.
it really?
Oh yeah, and if you're already part of it, they'll just send you like a little postcard in the mail. But if you're not, you can always sign up because I'll tell you some of the settlements that I've got, I was definitely not part of, but I am now. You can sign up.
Princess.
I know she's all over the place. Oh, poor baby. But you can sign up. Usually, there's like a cap where you can sign up without um without proof of whatever it may be. Sometimes you get gift cards. I had done one for Jimmy Choo. It was, I think it had something to do with one of his purses or something. but that was a nice check.
Oh, I bet.
But, like, if anyone's interested in any of that stuff, like, I don't gain anything from, helping you guys with that. It's just helping you guys get that little bit of extra money for the holidays or because 'cause you're just trying to make ends meet. Um, but I'm good with helping people with that too.
Yeah, this economy is freaking crazy right now.
It's only gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It will. It has to, cause I can't sell my car. I'll just die.
Like, yeah, I don't know what I would do if I had to get a second job.
Well, that's why I got you signed up under me, and once you start, like, testing out all the other stuff, it's easier once you've tried the product.
Because I tried making a video today on the foundation and I put it on and it was freaking like yellow on my face.
Yeah,
I,
so
it wasn't the right color
yeah, it comes with
for
different
me.
ones, but
And I only tried one and I didn't want to try and keep putting it on and taking it off. So I just tried the one and it didn't work for me. But
I'm gonna show her how to do it. You take a screenshot of, like, the swatch thing on the website of all the different BB
and you
creams and
put it
stuff,
next to your face.
and you have to use, like, natural light, so, like, outside where there's no shadow hitting you,
Uh-huh.
and then you go off of that because I say mine pretty much is the same tone. It's just a matter of getting the swatch right next to your face. And I've been pretty accurate with my mom and sister, and yeah. So, like, there's all kinds of ways to make money, and why not make money and look good at the same time?
Right,
But
right. So
probably I didn't put a lot of makeup on today because I look like a wreck, but I'm going to work, so
you look fine. You look fine.
I think she's hitting on me.
Hey.
No, but so this is one of the things that I know we had on our list. But I figured before the holidays, because Thanksgiving is next week.
I know, it's so crazy. I pretty much spent my whole damn paycheck already and my bills are not even paid because I've been going crazy Christmas shopping
You only
and
live
then
once.
I know I'm just like, you know what, I'll figure it out later, and I paid off a little bit of my credit card, so if I have to use my credit card, at least to have that.
I be doing that
Um,
all the time. I like pay on my credit cards, and then I'm like, oh, I need that, and then I just
and
pull it right back
yeah,
off.
but and then I'm in charge of the pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving this year. So
Like, I'll get like one of those pumpkin cheesecake things from Costco.
oh, that sounds
I mean, it
so
might be kind of
good.
hard because I just got put on a 900. How are you supposed to survive on 900 calories, dude? My doctor was like, um, we're gonna just drop it down to 900. I'm thinking, are you crazy? Like right before Thanksgiving? Probably not. You'll have to
Yeah,
wait.
that's
But
crazy.
I have health problems. My left kidney is failing due to some unfortunate circumstances while I was on the run with my other half. But I am lucky enough to be taking phentermine now, but it's not working. Um, he's like, well, no processed food and no, you know, junk food. And I don't really eat a lot. It's just my body is trying to shut down. And so for phentermine to not be working that's kind of it.
That's crazy because when I lost a bunch of weight, that's what I was on was phentermine, and that stuff worked so good.
It worked for me the
Oh,
last time, but I relapsed. And so, like, my body's like, yeah, right.
yeah,
Phentermine is not enough.
not enough for you.
Um, but I relapsed years ago. I'm clean now and I'm doing okay.
We are both recovering addicts, by the
Yeah.
way.
And that's hard to be able to tell people. The one thing with me though with addiction, I mean, we can just roll right into addiction too. But like a lot of people you can just tell when they're using, whatever their addiction may be. But some people, I got pictures to prove it. Some people you can't even tell.
Functioning addicts. That's what we
I
call
I
them.
am a functioning addict, yes.
Yeah.
Um, so so yeah, it's hard, but I'm so open and honest about everything that when I would tell people, it was almost like I was trying to get help, but at the same time, people are like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, if nobody else cares, why should I? But now I have, considering my last job and stuff, like I had to be clean and I have to stay clean now because it's just the right thing to do. I can't help other people um, with the whole, incarcerated loved one things if I'm not clean. It's just not gonna happen. So I gotta stay clean, and this just gives us something to do on our downtime when we should be relaxing, which we're chilling. But I know some days everyone's always like, "Oh, you're always driving around. It must be nice to drive that car." It's
Oh
not.
God, I
It,
hate
yeah,
driving.
I would say my car is cool, but it's my daily driver, so
Yeah.
it's not fun for me to drive every day. And I'm forced to talk to people too.
Yeah, that
You're like, "Oh,
happens.
you're having a bad day." Well, as soon as you get out of your car, you have to put on a fake face because, like, kids are just like, "Oh my gosh, it's like a Hot Wheel." And so, like, I have to be nice. Like, I'm not trying to be
Oh,
mean to kids anyways, but even old people and stuff, it's just like you gotta older than me, Genevieve. But yeah, so it's just so much going on. But between being recovering addicts, having loved ones incarcerated, and who knows? Maybe it's just not plugged in good. Oh, it's not on the side of the thing. I'll have to, but we should be okay to finish this up because we're at like 42 minutes. But um,
that's gonna bother me. Sorry. It said it was
I know that
charging though. I
it's
thought.
like coming out of the side, but we're almost done. She's ta-da! Now it's charging. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of touch base, and I got our shirts made and our cute pajamas for next week are gonna be. I got them off of Fashion Nova. Like I love their clothes. They got cute clothes on there. Have you ever been on Fashion?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, I probably
I've
shouldn't
heard
tell
of
her
it
enough.
multiple times, but
Like she'd be finding all kinds of clothes on
I honestly hate looking online because I will start putting things in my basket and I won't stop.
there. Everybody has stuff in. I've got full carts on all kinds of different sites.
Oh man, I know.
The only ones I ever like follow
My
through with.
TikTok shop is crazy.
You gotta start doing the things like I
You
do.
gotta teach me how, but we'll talk about
Yeah, we. That's just another income,
that.
another way to have income, and yeah, TikTok comes through with that stuff too. But yeah, so I guess that's about it. I think what the only things that I actually like go through with the cart is for our hookah pens and things that we like need
Yeah,
right now.
depends for sure.
Like we can't not have. And yeah, I came here, so they were coming today. So now we gotta wait until tomorrow.
That's okay. I'm fine with that. I literally just bought another vape because I wasn't sure how long it was gonna be.
Not like last time.
Yeah, not
They
like
came.
definitely not like last time. It
They
took
came
like a
quick.
week, huh?
They were trying to find the flavor that I liked, so they found them. They found so many of them that they sent two in my box.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So yeah. Do you have something to say? Okay. Yeah. So I figured that should be long enough, and I
Yeah, I
can.
think we can wrap this up now. Thank you guys for watching our podcast, and we are trying to get this done every week.
And
So
they will get better as we go. We got
we're still
new
figuring
mics
things
coming and stuff,
out.
and
Yeah.
yeah. And really, the whole thing is with podcasts is you just roll with it. You just start talking, and when people like drama, and I'm sure there will be days where we have some, like the stuff
We had a
yesterday.
little bit of drama talking about today, but
Yeah,
nothing too wild. We're talking about finances here and
yeah.
getting your man on his feet, you know. So, and that's
Or a
another
woman
thing.
or whatever.
I put away like a couple $100 for my husband. I know he's not getting out for at least 4 years, but at least another 4 years. But uh, I wanted to at least put away some sort of money so that he would at least have something to come out to. But we're hoping that he goes to a
Work release.
one of the workplaces,
Yeah,
you
work
know,
release type thing.
before he gets out, so that he could stack up a little bit more. So yeah,
I think that's about it
that's
for
about
today.
it. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up. So yeah,
Everyone have a good day. If you have questions, you can leave comments or whatever, and we'll get back to you.
yeah. Thanks guys for watching.